I'm going to tell you today how you can give yourself a $50,000 a year raise today. Today, we're talking about pricing. And I want to share with you that most business owners, and you probably feel this way yourself, most business owners don't think they can increase their prices. They're afraid of losing customers if they increase their prices. Well, that is not true. As a matter of fact, over the past 23 years, as we have coached over 1,100 clients, we have found that probably 90% of those clients think that they can increase their prices. And once they sign on with us, eventually we'll convince them to increase their prices. And very little fallout happens as a result of that. Their fears don't come true. Clients stay with them. And there is a process that you want to go through in increasing your prices, but it's not that hard. So I'm going to tell you today the various steps that it takes to increase your prices. And this is really pretty simple. All right, step one, you want to do a mystery shopper program. Back in the day meant just picking up the phone, calling your competition, finding out what their services were and what their pricing was. However, today we've got some modern tools that we can use to make it really fast. ChatGPT or Gemini or Perplexity or Jasper artificial intelligence tools where you can simply type in and ask ChatGPT to research your competitor, find out what their prices are, what their services are, so that you can do a deep dive into your competition. So that's step one, is to make a list of your competitors and do a search on your favorite AI tool to learn about your customers. Step two, learn about yourself. One of the greatest things you can do using that same technology is to do a ChatGPT search on your own company. What it is, the services that you provide, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and you can have ChatGPT scan your testimonials and tell you what your strengths are. And that's a great learning tool that you can use when you talk with clients and help yourself to understand and give you that confidence that you need to increase your prices. Step three, think about the current environment. A lot of business owners are afraid of what's going to happen with tariffs, inflation, all the things that make competition even seem more threatening. But the fact is that with the technology that we have, and if you provide good customer service, then you can do a price increase and the customer really is not going to feel it. So I want to encourage you to have the courage to increase your prices, even with the head trash that's going on that says you can't do it. And it doesn't have to be a huge price increase. You could increase by only 5%, for example. 5%, if you're doing $1 million, there's $50,000 straight to your bottom line, and you could give yourself a raise today. Or you could do 10%, which is still a minimal amount to do considering the services, the hard work that you provide. If you're doing 500,000, then you can put a $50,000 raise for your weekly paycheck. What I want to encourage you is to think about the environment. If you're talking with clients and you're worried about, can that customer pay? Well, the fact is everybody expects that prices are going to increase. The cost of bread and gas and all the things that the essentials that we need to live over the past few years have increased pretty dramatically. So people expect to pay more, and for that reason, don't be fearful of making that price increase. Step one, again, was checking out your competition. Step two was checking out yourself. If you read your reviews, if you're doing a good job of getting client reviews, then you can read what your clients say about you, and that's going to give you the confidence to take that step forward. Step three, make the increase, 5%, 10%, whatever you think the market will bear based on the research you've done on your competition and on yourself, and implement that price increase. Immediately, you're going to see an increase in your bottom line profits. I can assure you that you're not going to lose many customers. And what many of our clients will say is their customers said, "Hey, I can't believe you took so long to increase your prices." The fact is that you can do that. So in step 4, you do want to measure the impact, see if you lost any clients. And I can assure you that you're not going to lose very many clients. So that's really the 4 simple steps to increasing your prices. I want to encourage you to do that today. Have courage. And if you want more advice on this, feel free to make an appointment with us. We'll be glad to give you that courage in that free complimentary coaching session. Hope that's helpful. Have a great day.